Question number 2 in labor law and social legislation. Manila Yummy Restaurant, MYR, pays its receptionists perhaps 500 pesos a day. The receptionist contested the amount because the present minimum wage in the National Capital Region is 645 pesos. For the non-agricultural sector, MYR countered that it is paying the receptionist a total of 700 pesos, which is more than the required minimum wage. MYR explained that it provides the receptionist food and beverages for 200 pesos per day in addition to the 500 pesos cash component of their wages. The food and beverages are given during lunchtime to ensure that the receptionist will, will entertain guests instead of leaving their stations. Thus, the 200 pesos value of the food and beverages must be added to the 500 pesos cash component of their wages. May MYR lawfully add the value of the food and beverages as part of the wages of the receptionist explained. Answer yes. MYR lawfully add the value of the food and beverages as part of the wage of the receptionist. A bonus, however, becomes a demandable or enforceable obligation when it is made part of the wage or salary or compensation of the employee. Philippine Duplicators Incorporated versus National Labor Relations Commission 311 Bill 407 419 1995. Particularly, instructive in the ruling of the in Metro Transit Organization Incorporated versus National Labor Relations Commission 315 Bill 816 871 1995, where it was written whether or not a bonus forms part of the wages depends upon the circumstances and conditions for its payment. If it is additional compensation which the employer promised and agreed agreed to give without any conditions imposed for its payment, such as success of business or greater production or output, then it is part of the wage. But if it is paid only if profits are realized or if a certain level of productivity is achieved, it cannot be considered part of the wage, where it is not payable for all but only to some employee and only when their labor becomes more efficient or more productive. It is only an endorsement for efficiency, a price, therefore not a part of the wage. The laborer's wage shall not be subject to execution or attachment except for debts incurred for food, shelter, clothing, and medical attendance. Article 1708 Civil Code. Supplements therefore constitute extra remuneration or special privileges or benefits given to or received by the laborers over and above their ordinary earnings or wages. Facilities, on the other hand, are items or expense accessory for the laborers in his family's existence and subsistence, so that by express provision of law, Section 2, Paragraph 9, they form part of the wage and when furnished by the employer are deductible therefrom. Since if they are not so furnished, the laborer would spend and pay for them just the same. Our Hands, Our House Realty Development Corporation versus Parian. GR number 204651, August 6, 2014. Further, no employer shall pay the wages of an employee by means of promissory notes, vouchers, coupons, tokens, tickets, cheats, or any object other than legal tender, even when expressly requested by the employee. Article 102 Labor Code. Under the Civil Code, see Article 1705. The laborer's wages shall be paid in legal currency. Source: Reviewer in Labor Law by V. Duano, LLM. So that's it. That's my answer for number 2 question in the past bar exam 2024 in labor law and social legislation. Thank you for listening and watching. Good night and God bless.